The extreme heat may make you want to keep your cold water flowing, but the city of San Marcos is asking people to conserve as much as they can. Dropping aquifer levels are forcing the city to enter stage 3 drought restrictions.
These new restrictions will impact how much water residents can use around their homes and businesses there. KVUE's Isabella Basco is live in Rio Vista Park in San Marcos to show what led to this decision. Isabella?
Well, Brian and Quita, if you've been tubing or swimming out here in the San Marcos River behind me, you might notice those water levels are lower. That's because the San Marcos River Foundation is reporting they're less than half of what they typically are. And that goes for springs too. There's less water that's flowing out of them. So here's what you can do to help. Right now, the San Marcos springs are flowing. But it's not flowing the way that it normally does, according to Edwards Aquifer Authority's Paul Bertetti.
We would only expect it to be this low about 10% of the time. And it's been this low in terms of those low flows for several months. So even though those flows are good enough to maintain the endangered species and the threatened species, they're lower than we would like to see.
To help maintain those flows and make sure they're adequate, residents are being asked to conserve water. Starting Sunday, the city is asking people to restrict their sprinkler use to 1 day every other week on a designated weekday, depending on their address. Washing cars at home will also be limited. San Marcos homeowner Nicholas Lee says he'll do what he can to help out, going so far as to possibly change some of his routines.
Yikes, that's the first thing that I hear about that one. Second thing, shorter showers. I think that's going to be the major issue. I got 2 kids. One of them likes to take 40-minute showers, so we're going to have to lower that down to 20 minutes.
Bertetti says the lack of rainfall last year was significant, and that's put the aquifer levels lower than what they'd expect this time of year. They are about 20 feet lower than average.
So it's going to take a while to recover the system. There's always a possibility that we enter into a much longer term drought in which water levels would go lower and lower, but then we would have more and more restrictions.
Doing our part to make sure our waters are flowing smoothly.
I think my part in helping out is just to be part of a small little solution to help our bigger community.
And if you'd like to take a look at which day you can run your sprinkler, you can find a link to a chart on KVUE.com.